A Persian village bursts with life. Children's playful shouts fill the dusty air. Young Esther, nimble and bright-eyed, joins the games, her laughter ringing out joyful and clear. Mordecai watches from a distance, his eyes filled with warmth and affection for Esther. The village scene is painted with Esther's humble beginnings. Mordecai and Esther share a deep bond amid the vibrant chaos. In the soft glow of candlelight, Esther and Mordecai share a quiet meal, shadows dancing on the walls around them. Mordecai's warm gaze meets Esther's, filled with a depth of concern and unspoken understanding. He gestures gently, his expression a blend of reassurance and profound hope. "Remember, Esther, God has a plan for you," Mordecai says, his words hanging in the still air. The candlelight flickers, casting their faces in a delicate interplay of light and shadow, faith and uncertainty. King Xerxes sits upon his ornate throne, an imposing figure amidst the opulence of the royal palace. Advisors and courtiers surround him, their hushed whispers filling the vast hall with anticipation. A messenger strides forward, his voice cutting through the air. Hear ye, by order of King Xerxes, let all beautiful young women be brought forth to the palace." Dust devils swirl in the arid village as soldiers march in, their armor reflecting the sun's harsh glare. Villagers flee in terror, their faces reflecting generations of subjugation and fear. Brutal hands seize young women, pulling them toward waiting chariots, symbols of impending doom. Esther, a girl on the cusp of womanhood, stands paralyzed, her eyes wide with terror. A flicker of resolve ignites within Esther, marking the start of a perilous journey into the unknown. In the palace harem, women are adorned with jewels and fine garments, a spectacle of beauty prepared for the king. Esther stands among them, yet remains untouched by the extravagance. Her humility a stark contrast. Her quiet demeanor sets her apart, drawing the discerning gaze of Haggai, the king's eunuch. Amidst the opulence, Esther's simple grace captures a powerful, unspoken attention. A moment of silent evaluation as Haggai observes Esther, a subtle shift in the harem's dynamic. Opulent surroundings of the palace harem glow under soft candlelight as Esther and Haggai stand together. Haggai observes Esther, his expression thoughtful, impressed by her quiet strength. Esther listens intently, the flickering light dancing in her eyes. "You have a special quality, Esther," Haggai says softly, his voice filled with earnest advice. "Use it wisely," he urges, his gaze conveying the weight of his words. In the opulent throne room, King Xerxes gazes upon the women, his eyes drawn to Esther. He is captivated by her beauty and gentle spirit, a silent admiration filling the air. A hush falls over the room, anticipation building as the king prepares to make his choice. The royal crown, encrusted with jewels, sparkles brilliantly as King Xerxes lifts it high. With a decisive movement, he places the crown upon Esther's head. With a decisive movement, the king places the royal crown upon her head, declaring her Queen of Persia. In her opulent chambers, Esther sits alone, the flickering candlelight mirroring the turmoil within. Shadows dance across the rich furnishings, reflecting the weight of her new position. Mordecai's words echo in the silent chamber, a constant reminder of her burden. A pained expression crosses Esther's face as she contemplates the secret she must keep. The weight of her concealed Jewish identity presses down on her in the lonely night. Her eyes reflect a deep, internal conflict, caught between duty and her true self. Mordecai anxiously paces outside the towering palace gates, his eyes darting, scanning for danger. A cloaked figure slips through the palace gates, unnoticed, carrying Mordecai's message to Esther. Mordecai's concern deepens, his guidance unwavering amidst the palace's opulent, treacherous walls. The message is delivered, linking Mordecai's world to Esther's, separated by stone and secrets. Sunlight floods the throne room, illuminating Haman in opulent robes, surveying the assembled court with a cruel glint. Haman gestures grandly, expecting total submission from all those present. The court bows deeply, a wave of subservience washing over the room. Mordecai stands tall, unyielding, a stark contrast to the bowing figures. Haman's face contorts with fury, his eyes blazing at Mordecai's defiance. The seed of Haman's evil plot is sown, fueled by pride and wounded ego. In Haman's chambers, shadows stretch long and distorted, casting the room in an ominous pall. Haman, cloaked in darkness, paces before a dimly lit table, his eyes gleaming with vengeful intent. Opulent tapestries serve as silent witnesses to Haman's treacherous scheme. King Xerxes, swayed by venomous words, nods in agreement, his hand hovering over the royal seal. A decree, dripping with annihilation, awaits its mark, poised to unleash destruction. The room pulses with a sinister energy, a testament to the darkness taking root. On bustling city streets, a town crier in royal livery proclaims a decree, his voice echoing like thunder. Each word of the king's decree crushes the hopes of the Jewish people, a hammer blow to their spirits. Fear ripples through the crowded streets as faces pale, the chilling implications of the decree sinking in. Mordecai, standing at the crowd's edge, is struck by grief upon hearing the decree. Overcome with anguish, Mordecai tears his clothes, his cries piercing the rising panic. His despair becomes a stark, visible wound in the crowded city as chaos swells. Sunlight floods the palace courtyard as Mordecai, weathered and resolute, sends a vital message toward the palace. His face, lined with hope and urgency, betrays the gravity of the moment. The message is carried away, a silent plea hanging heavy in the air. Mordecai's words echo, "Who knows if you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" In her chamber, Esther kneels on a plush rug, hands clasped, moonlight revealing turmoil. Torn between duty and death, her heart storms with fear and resolve. Esther seeks solace, her lips moving in silent prayer. "O Lord, guide me. Grant me the courage to face what I must," she whispers, her fate in the balance. In her chambers, Esther pens a message, determination etched on her face as she prepares for a fateful decision. She summons a messenger, entrusting him with the scroll destined for Mordecai, her resolve unwavering. Her hand trembles slightly as she seals the scroll, a visible mix of fear and courage shining in her eyes. "I will go to the king, and if I perish, I perish," Esther declares, her voice resonating with finality and courage. Esther, radiant in royal robes, enters the grand throne room, where every shadow whispers with unspoken tension. Each step resonates with the weight of her purpose, the distant echo of her heart a drumbeat in the silent hall. The air crackles with anticipation as she advances toward the imposing throne. Her regal attire cannot mask the vulnerability beneath as she journeys into the heart of the palace. The throne looms, a symbol of power and potential peril as she approaches the apex of her courage. In the throne room's expectant silence, Esther prepares to confront destiny, her resolve unwavering. In the opulent throne room, King Xerxes regards Esther, his expression an enigmatic mask, the tension palpable. A golden scepter extends slowly, a lifeline offered across a silent chasm of power and fate. Esther's fate hangs precariously, the air thick with unspoken pleas and deadly possibilities. King Xerxes' voice cuts through the stillness, a question laden with royal authority and veiled curiosity. "What is your request, Queen Esther?" His words echo, carrying the weight of a kingdom's destiny. The banquet hall glows with candlelight, illuminating golden decorations. Servants bustle, attending to every whim. Esther, a vision in her royal gown, smiles subtly. King Ahasuerus and Haman feast at the head of the table, reveling in the opulence. Esther's voice rings out, sweet yet firm. "Your Majesty, honored Haman, I am so pleased you could join me this evening." A promise hangs in the air as Esther continues. "I have prepared a special banquet for tomorrow night as well." Her inviting words echo with a hidden agenda, I hope you will both attend. In the banquet hall's dazzling light, Esther rises, her presence commanding attention amidst the glittering spectacle. A hush falls over the assembled guests, all eyes fixed on Esther as she prepares to reveal a shocking truth. Her voice cuts through the opulent setting, resonating with a plea for justice and survival. My king, spare my life and the lives of my people, Esther declares, her words hanging heavy in the air. The fate of a nation teeters on her next words, a desperate plea against impending doom. We are to be destroyed. King Xerxes sits on his throne, his face a chilling mask of shock giving way to rage. His fist slams against the throne, the echoing sound amplifying the stunned silence of the hall. King Xerxes roars, his voice laced with fury and disbelief. Who would dare do such a thing? Speak! Esther steps forward, her voice ringing with conviction as she reveals, this wicked man, Haman. In the palace courtyard, Haman is led to the towering gallows, his face a mask of fear. The crowd watches in silence as the executioner prepares the noose. With swift justice, Haman is hoisted up, his shadow a stark silhouette against the bright day. The gallows stand as a grim monument to Haman's wickedness, a symbol of justice served. The courtyard is filled with a sense of relief as the shadow of Haman's evil finally lifts. King Xerxes extends his hand, offering Esther and Mordecai the royal seal in the hushed throne room. The weight of the moment settles as the fate of the Jewish people hangs in the balance. Authority is granted to draft a decree, empowering them to defend themselves. Anticipation crackles in the air, a new chapter unfolding in the grand hall. A scroll unfurls from the city hall, its message of hope echoing through the bustling city streets. A wave of joy washes over the Jewish people as they hear the words of the new decree. Hope ignites within them, their faces reflecting a newfound sense of purpose and resolve. With deliberate strength, they begin preparations, ready to defend themselves against their enemies. Beneath the sun, the Jewish people stand as one, a defiant wall against the Persian kingdom. Steel clashes, courage flares, their faces etched with the resolve to defend their homes. The enemy falters, their lines buckling under the unwavering force of the Jewish defense. A surge of strength overwhelms the battlefield, pushing back the oppressors. Victory echoes across the kingdom, a testament to their enduring spirit and unbreakable unity. City streets burst with life as Jewish people celebrate deliverance with jubilant feasting. The aroma of celebratory meals fills the air, laughter echoing through the joyous crowd. Esther and Mordecai stand tall, their faces etched with relief and profound gratitude. They are honored as heroes by the grateful populace, a testament to their courage. The establishment of Purim is declared, a lasting commemoration of their salvation. The scene underscores themes of unwavering faith and divine intervention in their lives. If this narration inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Daily Prayer Whisper. May God bless you and your family.